Up next, as promised, the entire wave, Marvel Legends, What If, Disney Plus. Let's talk about it.
MBB on the track.
What a party people in the place. I am the ruckus, and these, all of these, are my toys. As I stated in my previous video, I'm way behind. I took a vacation and things have come out. Things that were already out, I would have made reviews of them, but then I went on my vacation, and so time has gone on. It's been about a month. I did have content uploaded to keep my name out there and to keep content flowing, but I'm back now. It's time to play catch up. And what I'm going to do in order to catch up is I'm going to do bulk reviews. I'll try to keep down the banter so that they won't go too long. I won't do size comparisons unless I find relevance in doing so. Not just size comparisons, but comparisons. Period. Unless I think there's some relevance in it. Just in order to expedite these reviews of these figures of this video in general. So to get right into it, there are 7 figures in this wave. It's the Disney Plus What If wave from the Disney Plus show What If, the animated series. That it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Hopefully we're going to get a second wave, but we won't worry about that until we hear about / get that second wave. So what we're going to do here is we're going to tackle these figures one at a time. We're going to go from left to right until we get through them. So first up is Heist Nebula. She was in episode 2, What If T'Challa Became Star-Lord, and she had an appearance there, as well as a few other notable characters. Thanos was in it. Drax was in it. It was a pretty good episode, to say the least. For me, I definitely enjoyed the episode. I enjoyed the whole series, but we're going to talk about Heist Nebula right now. Standard packaging. Comes with the largest Build-A-Figure piece for the Watcher, which is the Build-A-Figure for this wave, and you can clearly see it. You see the What If banner down below, Marvel Studios, her name, Heist Nebula. Looking at the back, you've got some nice artwork there, as well as below you see all of the figures in the wave, including all the figures required to build the Watcher. Zombie Captain America isn't required, and there are 2 per case if you were to buy a case. She also comes up with a readout which is as follows: tech savvy and brave, Nebula is an intergalactic opportunist who is ready for adventure. Heist Nebula has artwork on her right side as well as her left side. Spot varnished Watcher logo at the top, Lee's at the bottom. I previously stated Heist Nebula came with the largest piece of the Build-A-Figure Watcher, and while that is technically true, more accurately, she comes with the most pieces, the most parts. Here, as you can see, the upper torso. She comes with the Watcher's robe. She also comes with the Watcher's lower torso, and she also comes with the Watcher's collar. As far as Nebula's accessories, she comes with this hand blaster, as well as a second set of hands, one trigger finger, gun holding hand, and a fist, a left fist and a right finger trigger. And here's Nebula herself, vanilla posed. It's basically taken from the episode. I believe she was also in the last episode. She made a cameo appearance in the final episode. I know she was in episode 2. Anyhow, as you could see, she's basically rocking, excluding the eyes and the lipstick, 4 colors. The body's basically molded in purple. Her skin is blue. This Nebula is rocking A, hair, period, and B, blonde. So, which is funny because the comic version of Nebula is a brunette, blue skinned but a brunette, and then of course brownish holster and belt and boots. So that's basically what you got. We're going to take a closer look at her right now. Looking at Nebula up close, you can see that her detail is pretty nice. There's no well, is there a wash in her hair? Yeah, there's a slight wash in her hair to speak of. Just a tad, enough to give it some definition. Pretty nice right there. In terms of her face itself, very beautiful sculpted face. She's got the I guess it's a shade of blue or purplish lipstick, and the dark colored eyes almost look red. From what I can tell, I'm trying not to get too close up on it, but looks pretty good. Obviously, there's no paint detail on her arms, her shoulders, or her arms because it's just the skin. She's got the line work looking pretty nice, and then of course the brown holster / belt, and going further up, you can see her boots. There are no paint applications on the details of her boots, and looking at her from the rear, she's got nothing going on in the back either. So that's what time it is with Nebula. Looking at Nebula's articulation, because of the hair, it's not going to go up. Her head is on a dumbbell joint, and she can look down that much. Once again, you're not going to get too much looking up with her because of the hair. She can rotate 360. The hair is short enough that you can basically spin it around without being impeded by the hair. Shoulders, she can get about a 90 that way. Rotates 360. This is old school female buck, so you get the single jointed elbow 90-degree hinge, and it swivels at the elbow. She has a hinge at the wrist, swivel at the wrist, and this on her left arm. She has the vertical dice throwing hinge that way. The right hand is the normal kind, which is strange considering that that's where the holster is, but I guess it is what it is, right? As far as her torso, her ab crunches is all going to be from up top here. She can bend forward, not much, about that much. She can go back pretty decent. But nothing much that way. She can get it side to side, and of course you can rotate it that way. So you're going to get all your articulation right there from the diaphragm. As far as legs and hips, she can spread her legs that far out. She can get close to 90 that way. Go back pretty decently. She has a thigh cut. She has double jointed knees, and she can get that pretty good. Do some butt kicking action right there. And as far as her feet, she doesn't have any swivel at her boots at all. As far as her feet, she can point her toe that much. She can get it up that much. That's a great deal. And she has ankle pivot. She does have holes at the bottom of her feet. And here's Nebula, Heist Nebula, with her other pair of hands, the closed fist, left hand, and the trigger finger right hand and her blaster all in effect. And yeah, this trigger hand on the right is also the horizontal, the standard hinge, which is very strange. The left trigger finger is the dice rolling, so I don't know what's up with that. But anyway, that's Heist Nebula with her accessories. Her weapon fits snugly in that holster. Pretty nice. Next up, Doctor Strange Supreme. From episode 4, What If Doctor Strange Lost His Heart Instead of His Hands? Another great episode, and Doctor Strange definitely turned out to be key when the season wound down. So once again, same thing as it always was. I'm not going to go through that again. I'll just say that you see Doctor Strange Supreme at the bottom, and you could see Doc in his clamshell, fully displayed. Rear packaging, some nice artwork. Same at the bottom with the figures, and we have the readout, which is as follows: when an unforeseen event changes Stephen Strange's perspective on life, the path he chooses is one filled with even darker magic. And that was definitely the case. The right side has artwork just as nice, and goes for the left side. Spot varnished Watcher logo at the top. Of course, the legalese at the bottom. Doctor Strange Supreme comes with the left leg of the Watcher. And here's Doctor Strange Supreme vanilla posed, so we can get a good look at the entire figure. He's laced with a myriad of different colors. Pretty good. I think I want to show the cape, because that's really the most impressive feature on this figure. Looking at Doctor Strange Supreme's cape from the outside first, you see it's molded in black plastic, but look at the perimeters, look at the borders. It's got the gold paint, the gold trim, looking very, very nice. We've got detail all on the cape itself, but there are no paint apps for that. But if you look at the bottom of the cape, you can still see that silver outlining. Very, very nice. As far as the inside, it's a purplish color, which is very nice. The plastic is very, very smooth. No type of texture at all. It's just very smooth. But the paint, Hasbro went on and blew the budget on paint apps on the interior of the cape. So this is very nice. It's going to make for a great display when Doc Strange is wearing his cape. So that's yeah, I'm feeling that. The collar, same deal. It's got the purple backing and laced with the gold paint. Pretty impressive. As I showed the cape, I may as well get his other lone accessory out of the way, if you want to call the cape an accessory. But he comes with an additional hand, a right hand that's conjuring. This has got to be something to do with. I would say it has something to do with the time stone, but this is Doctor Strange Supreme, and he started learning black magic, so this could be any type of spell. But this is really cool, connected to the fingers like that. So this is his lone accessory. Checking Doctor Strange Supreme up close and personal, you could see from the head sculpt, it does have that animated style of detailing. You could tell that this was definitely a cartoon, but still a good one. The animation was pretty good for the What If series. Looking at his hair, it's brown and no shading. Same brown with his mustache goatee connection right there. The eyes, it's got you could tell that he went down a dark path the way how they got eyes. He's not really evil, but he was lost. Let's put it that way. In the episode, he was lost. He wasn't really evil. And moving on down, you see from his chest, you see the design there. It's purple. The actual tunic, I guess we'll call it, is like a reddish brown type of color, and laced with a purplish design on top of it. His arms molded in blue, but his wrist gauntlets are vambraces. If this were Wonder Woman, his gauntlets are gold with a brown reddish trim. Same for the right side. Going down, you see he's got the belts wrapped up. One of them is an orange rust color, and you see that it ties and goes down, hanging like that. Going down, you see that the same thing is in the back there, and he going further down, his legs are molded in that same blue. His boots are in black, and you see you've got all the buckles and stuff, but there are no details showing that. And the only paint you get in the back, once again, is from that lone belt, and that's about the size of it. And that is our, see if I can get him to stand up. There we go. That is our Doctor Strange Supreme. Let's check him out with his cape. Peeping Doc Strange's articulation. His head is on a dumbbell joint, and as such, he can get some great attitude that way. He can look down that far, he can look up that much, and of course he can 360 on the head. Shoulders can raise up that far. He can do a 360 at the shoulders. He has bicep swivel. He has pinless elbows, double jointed pinless elbows, which is cool. He's got a wrist swivel and a horizontal hinge. And as far as his ab articulation, he's got it on a ball at his just above his waist, so you can get him to twist left and right. He can move side to side, lean it and rock it side to side. He can go forward, not much at all. He can go back a little bit more than he could go forward. As far as his lower articulation, because of how his skirt piece, if you want to call it that, wraps down there, it does impede his ability to spread his legs that far, but you can get his leg to go up that much, at least his left leg. The right leg is going to be a little bit tougher because of that skirt piece, but you can get some. He does have thigh rotation. He does have pinned knees. They are double jointed, however. He has a boot cuff where it can swivel there. He can point his toe that far. He can point it up that far, and he does have ankle pivot and holes on the bottom of his feet. Here's Doctor Strange Supreme, once again with his cape on and with his lone accessory, the right hand, conjuring a spell. And here's Doc Strange backed up so you can see what I'm talking about, the interior of that cape with that gold trim detail that's in there. It looks pretty impressive. Next up, Zombie Hunter Spidey from episode 5, What If Zombies. What we got here, once again, is the standard Marvel Legends packaging. You've got Zombie Hunter Spidey fully displayed with his accessories, and you've got the name right there at the bottom, Zombie Hunter Spidey. Back, you got some nice artwork of Spidey unmasked with his animated Peter Parker visage. And of course, once again, you've got the figures showing what you need to build the Watcher. You got the readout, which is as follows. Zombie Hunter Spider-Man is in a ragtag group of survivors, fighting his way through zombie-infested world. Got more of that artwork on the right side of the package, as well as the left side. Varnish top, legalese bottom. Zombie Hunter Spidey comes with the right leg to build the Watcher. And here we have Zombie Hunter Spidey vanilla posed and appearing as he did in that episode of What If Zombies. And what I mean by that is once he began wearing Doctor Strange's cape, he was basically going without the mask. So this is how he appeared when he first acquired the cape, and the rest of the ragtag team, they basically approved of it. Looking at Zombie Hunter Spidey's cape, you can see that it's just molded plastic. There are no paint apps, with the exception of what you see right there on the outskirts of at the bottom portions of the collar. That's about it. You get some gold right there. Quite the contrast from Doctor Strange Supreme's cape. And they're both capes of teleportation, which is wild. And if I remember correctly, Doctor Strange Supreme's cape is not the same as this cape. So there is that. But yeah, there are no other paint apps. When you look at the back of it, you can see that there is detail, line work, but there is no paint to basically show the distinction. But the detail is there. As for Spidey's other accessories, he comes with a masked head. The eyes are painted very nicely, but once again, as seems to be standard with at least MCU Spider-Man figures, the web lines don't get painted in. So that kind of sucks. But once again, it is what it is. Spidey also comes with an additional set of hands, closed fists, and once again, as with MCU Spider-Man, no wall crawling hands. That's something. I don't know what's up with that. We have Zombie Hunter Spidey up close and personal, so you can see what it looks like with his cape on. But we're going to take a look at him from head to toe, and we're going to do that without the cape. The wild thing is this cape doesn't peg in. It just goes right over his shoulders, so it's easily removed. And so here we go, taking a look at Peter, his unmasked head. You can see it's got the cartoon look to it, the animated look. It looks pretty accurate to the source material from the episode. And there you have the looking at his hair. There is no wash to the hair. It's brown, and the face looks pretty good. Nothing sloppy there. Going down, you can see the spider emblem. It looks dope, actually. He has what you can see here is like dirt, so they have him looking kind of dirty because they were ragtag and they were scrambling. And this figure has got some dirt apps on it. We will see. You see that right there. That's some of it right there. There's more dirt app. I don't know if it's translating well on the camera, but I can tell you right now, his abs have got some dirt work to them. Looking at the sides, you can see that once again, no painted in lines. He's got his web shooters that are on the outside here, and same thing on the opposite side going down. You can see that he's got more dirt on his left leg right there, and not so much on the right leg. Going down though, you see that he's got the black trim, the top of his boots or socks or whatever they're supposed to be, and no line work, nothing painted in on the mesh webbing. If you look at his feet, you can kind of see that his feet has got that dirty wash to it as well. As far as the rear, once again, you've got the black trim at the top of the boots / socks, and hit the belt, which is red. It goes all the way around the waist. That's pretty cool. And the emblem on the back is painted, and it's looking fire to me. That's pretty tight. So that is how our get him back there so he's in focus. That is how our Zombie Hunter Spidey looks head to toe. Put his his cape back on and see if he'll stand up for a brother. There we go. So that's Zombie Hunter Spidey. Here's Spidey before he becomes Zombie Hunter Spidey, with his mask on and his fists. Going over Spidey's articulation. His head is on a ball hinge, so he can look down that far, look up that far. You can get a full 360 that way, and he does give you just the slightest bit of attitude, not too much there. As far as his shoulders, they definitely do a 360 going around. They go out to 90. He's got the bicep swivel. He has pinless double jointed elbows, always cool. He has a wrist swivel and a horizontal hinge, whipping hands, just to let y'all know about that. As far as his ab articulation, he can crunch forward that much. He has an ab crunch. He can crunch forward that much. Go back that far. He's got waist articulation, so he can rotate. His thigh game is not too impressive. He can only get out that much. He can kick that far out and that far back. He has a thigh cut. He's got double jointed knees. They are pinned, unfortunately. Just can't have it all. And he can point his toe that far, point it up that much. He's got ankle pivot and holes on the bottom of his feet. Next up is Captain Carter, or as it reads, Marvel's Captain Carter. And as you can see, once again, it's the same thing, standard Marvel Legends packaging. You have Captain Carter, Peggy Carter, fully displayed in the clamshell. You can see her along with her accessories, and you can see Marvel's Captain Carter right there at the bottom. We've got Captain Carter here on the back with some nice artwork there. You can also once again see the figures of the wave, and the readout once again is as follows: with the Super Soldier program in peril, Peggy Carter bravely participates by becoming Captain Carter. We've got artwork on the right side of the packaging. Same for the left. Spot varnish top, legalese bottom. So it is what it is. As we're looking at Captain Carter from the front, we're going to take a pause for the cause right now, and we are going to ramp this review session up a bit. We are going to go 2 for 1 when it comes to Peggy Carter, Captain Carter, Marvel's Captain Carter. So as you can see, we got now on our right side, we've got the Target exclusive stealth Captain Carter, and may as well get both of these out of the way. And by doing it that way, we also have instant comparison. So, but before we do, we've got to give stealth Captain Carter a little bit time to shine. Same as far as the packaging. She, since she is an exclusive and not really part of a wave, even though she is associated with the What If wave, she has no Build-A-Figure, and you see the lone accessory she comes with is that shield. Artwork, once again in the back, and you can see that it's definitely different than the standard Peggy Carter, Captain Carter. She has a readout of her own that's different from the standard release. It reads, Captain Carter's secret stealth mission gets her on a collision course with new enemies. As you can see, there are no wave association at the bottom. It's a full screen, if you will, of the artwork. Same artwork on the right side as well as the left. Watcher Spark varnish game, still consistent on the top of the packaging. Of course, the legalese at the bottom. Captain Carter comes with both arms to build the Watcher. And when I say Captain Carter, I mean the standard wave release, of course. Captain Carter's lone accessory is her shield, and as you can see, it's painted with her country's colors. So that's all you get. It's got the straps. Unfortunately, there's no way to store the shield, like pin it to her back or anything like that. So this is what you get. So it should fit on her arm smoothly. Same thing goes for Stealth Captain Carter's shield. It's painted differently. It still has the British insignia, though it's not in red, white, and blue. It's the stealth blue with the gray, and it's the same exact kind of shield. And that's what you get. This is all she comes with as well. And so we have both Captain Carter and Stealth Captain Carter lined up, not necessarily vanilla pose. They're brandishing their shields. And as far as the shields go, I found that it's easier to have her wield her shield by removing the hands and then sliding the shield on, and then bending the hand pegs 90 degrees and then push in directly in, because you don't want to break that peg. Because of the curved nature of the shield, it makes it difficult to just try to go straight in. So I advise you to bend the pegs. But you can see the differences. But we're going to go close up and check them out for ourselves. All right, looking at Captain Carter first, the standard release Captain Carter. The head sculpt looks spot on to the animated style that we've seen, and once again, there's no shading to speak of in the hair, but the head sculpt is very nice. You look at the colors, she's definitely sporting her country's colors nicely. My paint apps are very nice, nothing sloppy there at all. She's got the red lines there at the top of her bicep, the same for her left arm. I already showed you about the shield. The shield, of course, is nice. Her gloves, they're molded in kind of brown. Speaking of the gloves, the gauntlet part of the gloves right here are loose and free moving, so be careful if you use the remove the hand method for applying the shield. You could lose that, so keep that in mind. The figure is molded in blue. We've got red trim there around the knees on both sides, inner and out. And as far as her boots are concerned, they're brown. Keep in mind that, and when we'll go over the articulation, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's very difficult to stand her up because of the design of these boots. You can't really get that ankle motion moving. But yeah, it's going to take some work to get her to stand up. Captain Carter, once again, you got that head sculpt. Real quick, let's just have them both in frame so you can see that it's the same. They're both nice, but it's the same. Oh, there goes her shield. That just came off, but that's good. We'll just keep going with the review and get her arm straight right there. But anyway, you could see that this uniform or costume, whatever you want to designate it, is based off of Stealth Captain America suit from the Winter Soldier. She still is sporting her country's insignia, though it's in silver. And you look at the belt. See if I can get a little bit far away from the belt so you can see. There is if I bend it up a little bit like that, you could see there is some paint on the belt buckle. So I'm glad they at least did that. Looking at her sides, she does have silver around the tops of her biceps with this version of the costume, both sides. And going down, once again, molded in blue. It's a different color blue, but it's still molded in blue. We'll check that out, the differences momentarily. Looking at her boots, you can see that these boots actually have paint on the buckles there, where as the standard edition was just molded in the brown, but we've got paint on the buckles, both the upper and lower buckle, so that's pretty cool. Once again, that's for both sides. going down the back. She's got her strap there. She's got paint on that strap. I don't know if I showed that on the back of the other one. I didn't. So here we go right here. She also has the paint, and you could see that her insignia does reach to the back there. So that's pretty cool. But once again, with Stealth Captain Carter, her harness has got nice paint app right there, dead center. So that's our animated Peggy right there. And since she already dropped her shield, we may as well use Stealth Captain Carter to go through our articulation segment. Keep in mind that these are the same exact figures, so whatever goes for stealthy is going to go for standard. So here we go. Her head is on a dumbbell joint, and that's going to limit the articulation even more as far as up and down. It does allow for attitude, which is cool, because if anyone knows the character of Peggy Carter, she was rife with attitude. It was good though. She was a tough lady there. She could look down like that. And when I mean tough, I mean even without the super soldier serum. Because of her hair, she's not going to be able to look up, but she can look down, and she can do 360 with little resistance, because she is wearing a shorter haircut. So that's pretty good. She can do a 360 with her shoulders. It can go out to about 90. She has bicep swivel. Yes, indeed, bicep swivel. She's got pinless elbows, and they are double jointed. Got to love that. She has a wrist swivel and a horizontal hinge. She has a diaphragm cut there. She can't really go forward that much. She can go back that much. She can lean and rock with it, and she can rotate from there. As far as her hips are concerned, she can get out that far. She can move her leg just not quite 90, and you're not getting much going back at all. She has thigh rotation, pinless, double jointed knees. Once again, got to love that. There is no boot cuff, but she can, here we go with the toe articulation. I'm saying she can get her toe pointed that way. Not going to get too much more because of what you got under there. And as far as going up, well, you can see what it is. You can see what it is right there. She's not going to get much going up at all, and that makes it problematic for her to stand. And but she does have some ankle pivot there and holes on the bottom of her feet. And there we go. We've got the serial number at the bottom of her left foot. Gotta love that. No more on the left thigh there. So there's both of our Captain Carters, both the standard version and the stealth version. But you know what? Since we've already deviated a little bit, and we're trying to get through these reviews, how about we do this? How about we add the Hydra Stomper to the parade right here? And that way we're just gonna cover all of the What If line. So yep, without further ado, it's time to blaze the Hydra Stomper. Yes, indeed. Once again, we're talking about a Target exclusive, and he's a big boy. He's definitely a big boy, and people went kind of crazy when it was announced, because everyone was saying that Captain Carter was incomplete without the Hydra Stomper, and lo and behold, we ended up getting him. So here we go. Once again, it's the standard Marvel Legends packaging, only wider and taller, larger overall. You've got the Hydra Stomper clearly displayed in clamshell along with his accessories, and at the bottom it reads the Hydra Stomper. Here on the back we've got some nice artwork. And once again, this is an exclusive, so there is no wave association. You don't see any other figures down at the bottom. He does come with a write-up. In the universe, you know, Steve Rogers was the first Avenger, Captain America. In this universe, Steve is injured and fights in the Hydra Stomper, an Iron Man armor created by Howard Stark. And if you didn't know who Howard Stark is, that's Tony Stark's pop. On the right side of the packaging, you've got artwork, and note I had to raise the camera up in order to show it all. Same with the left side. The Stomper gets the spot varnished Watcher logo treatment, just like the rest of the figures in this particular line, and also gets the legalese treatment. As far as the Hydra Stomper's accessories, he comes with this jetpack, molded in green, just like the rest of the Stomper. Lots of detail. You can see there the hoses and all of the connections and things of that nature. But it's all just molded in the green. It's on a piece. It's articulated, so that's cool. You'll be able to do stuff with that, and yeah, that's pretty cool. Along with the jetpack, Hydra Stomper comes with these blast effects. Pretty good, used for showing him flying, lifting off. In fact, we can see right here, it has holes on the bottom of the pack, and you just port them in, and it'll be that easy peasy. Hydra Stomper also comes with a set of fists, and here he is, the Hydra Stomper in all of his glory. It is, I tell you, this is an impressive figure. It is just crazy. Just to give you an idea of how large the Stomper is, here's Captain Carter right next. And I'm just going to hold it there because, like I said before, it's difficult to stand her up, but you can see what I'm talking about. The Hydra Stomper is a big boy. Getting a closer look at the Hydra Stomper, he's molded in this drab olive green, kind of a tactical style green. He does have paint apps for the eye holes, eyelids, whatever you want to call them, and he does have a star painted, or that may actually just be a no, it's painted. It's definitely painted. The C-15 painted on there, and his I guess what serves as an arc reactor of sorts is molded in a different kind of green. The belt is also a different color green, but it's like a brownish green. And then going down, no paint apps at all, just that same green. The boots have two-tone, so it's got like that brownish green at the toes and at the top of the feet. You've got that. So on the back, once again, nothing. And then down here, the jetpack, which we've already checked out, has 0 paint apps. Well, I won't say 0. Look at the bottom there. That wash kind of sort of is pretty good. They did paint that to make it look like it's the afterburn effect from Liftoff. So I appreciate that. The back of the skull, the helmet, is a different color too as well. Now that I'm noticing, it's that brownish green. So there you have it in terms of the paint apps with the Hydra Stomper. As far as articulation goes, this is going to be something. He's on a dumbbell joint. His head is. He can look down that far. He can look up, not that much, but he can look up. So that is something. He can look. He can do he can't do a 360 because his design is going to impede it spinning, but He's not supposed to be able to do a 360 that way anyway. You can get enough articulation in his head to it'll serve. And because it's on that dumbbell, he does have attitude, so that's cool. As far as his arms go, he can do a 360. Just do it out a little bit to avoid the jetpack in the back. He can do a 90. You can see there's it's a ball there. It's being protected by the shoulder pad, which does flex up to so that you won't be impeded when you do a 90. And he does have a bicep swivel. He's got double jointed elbows, which is pretty cool. He's got a wrist swivel and a horizontal hinge, which is pretty nice. As far as his torso is concerned, I'm going to take off the backpack for now, and he can rotate at the torso. As far as going forward, you're not going to get much if you're getting nothing, quite frankly. And the same as you're not going to get too much going back either. But he actually turns at the torso and at the waist, so that's pretty cool. Got to give that some credit. His legs, his hips can go out that far, can go up about that much, back that much. He has, oh boy, pretty tight there, but he has single jointed knees and no swivel anywhere in terms of calf. In terms of his feet, he can point his toe that much, go up that much. As far as the pointing the toe back, it's because of all of this back here that it's impeding it from him being able to point his toe further than that, which is lending to the standing issue that I'm sure many of you have heard about. He can point his toe back that far. Ankle pivot, he has some, but it's probably ineffective, to say the least. But that's what time it is with the Hydra Stomper. Here's the Hydra Stomper brandishing his fists. The Stomper from the back showing the blast effects with his jetpack. And this is the reason why we felt that Captain Carter was incomplete. You got her riding atop the Hydra Stomper, just like we saw in the episode. Next up, also from the episode What If Zombies, we have Zombie Captain America. Same as always, standard packaging. You've got Zombie Cap clearly displayed in the clamshell along with his shield. And this is the lone figure that comes with no accessories, no piece to build the Watcher. But when you see this guy, you can see where all of the budget went to. Anyway, you see down below it reads Zombie Captain America. We see here on the back some gruesome artwork. And once again, everything below showing the figures in this wave along with the Watcher. And of course you have the readout, which is Captain America's team were the first responders to the zombie outbreak and its first victims. And yeah, that says it in a nutshell. Right side of the box, more of that artwork. Same with the left side. Spot varnish top, Watcher, logo, legalese bottom. The only accessory Zombie Cap comes with is his shield. As you can see, it's all dirtied up. And that dirt isn't dirt. That dirt is supposed to be blood. It is reddish, I believe. You can tell on camera. Even the star has got some blood on it, and you got some adorning all of the shield, and you've got the straps as well, which is kind of standard with MCU Captain America shields. But yes, this is the accessory that Zombie Cap comes with. And here's Zombie Cap out of the packaging in a semi-vanilla pose. Of course, he's brandishing his shield. And yeah, I could tell you straight up, just initial looking, this is This is something. I can already go on record and say that this is my favorite figure out of this wave. But let's take a closer look at him. So now we've got Zombie Cap up close and personal, and I'm starting to have second thoughts about being this up close and personal with this Cap right here. This is definitely this is where the budget went into for this particular wave. Straight up, no doubt in my mind. This is just it's pretty awesome. Looking at that head sculpt, you can see that the A on his forehead is that's painted in gold. His eyes, white, pupilless eyes, and I mean, look at that skin. I mean, look at that right there with the torn skin. You could see right through it at the jawline. Looking in the mouth, you see the teeth, the red gums, and that nasty looking tongue. This is just this is something else. He's got the gold emblem on his the gold star, I should say, and yeah, that's just it's awesome. I'm going to take off the shield so that way we can truly appreciate everything going on here with Zombie Captain America. Look at that right there. Look at that rib showing. I mean, that's just crazy. You got blood. Keep in mind, this is a standard retail release. This isn't an exclusive or anything like that. And they're showing blood and gore on their figure. Hasbro is. The arm, there's blood on that arm, and you see that ghastly bluish gray color to the skin. And look how dirty his white and red torso, his lower torso is. You can see that it's pretty dirty. Other side is what you have there is a torn gauntlet and torn uniform. There at the forearm, you've got that. There is, if I pull it up some so you can see it, there's some paint on the belt there. Going further down, this is crazy right here. Look, you can see right through the legs, and you see the blood, the gore, and the bones. This is just this is top-notch work. You've got blood on the uniform, as well as the chunks that are bitten out of Cap's legs. This is just words can't describe. He's got he lost one boot. The one boot that he does have, it doesn't have any paint apps, so I guess the budget ran out on the blood and gore, but I am not mad. The other side, no boot, as I said, torn uniform, torn pant leg, and those ghastly colored foot. You've got that. As far as the back, looking through those holes is just as spectacular from the back as it is from the front. Just crazy. Going down, he does have some paint on his harness, the buckle in the back of the harness. It's really hard to discern, but it is a different color, so there is some paint apps right there. And yeah, this is wow. That's all I can say. Just wow. This is definitely, I can tell you straight up, this is my favorite figure in this wave. Let's take a look at his articulation. Oh, I didn't even mention he's got the torn strap right there. That's crazy right there too. Zombie Cap's head is on a dumbbell joint, so he can get the crazy attitude. You gotta have the attitude in because he's going to be slinking along there. He can look down that far, look up that far, can definitely do the 360. And like I said, you can catch mad attitude there. Look really gross. He can do a little more than 90 as far as lifting his arm up. 360 at the shoulder. He's got the bicep. He has the pinless elbows. Love that. He's got the wrist swivel and the horizontal hinge, and that horizontal hinge is on both sides. As far as his ab work, he's got diaphragm. He can go that far forward, that far back. He can rotate, and he can lean and rock with it side to side. He also has waist articulation, so that's good too. He can do his hips that far out. He can get his legs out almost 90 degrees. Back about that much. He does have a thigh cut. He has pinless double jointed knees. He also has a boot cuff for his one boot, and his toe articulation, he can point his toe that far forward, that far up, and he has ankle pivot. As far as the bare foot, he can point it down that far, up that far, and he has ankle pivot, and he has holes on the bottom of his feet, his foot, and boot. Next up, T'Challa Star-Lord from episode 2 of the What If series. You see what it is. Once again, you've got the standard Marvel Legends packaging. You can clearly see T'Challa Star-Lord in the packaging in the clamshell, as well as his accessories. You see T'Challa Star-Lord there at the bottom. Looking at the back, it is again what it is. You see the some nice artwork showing T'Challa Star-Lord, as well as the figures below showing what figures it takes to build the Watcher. And of course, he has a readout which is as follows: T'Challa grew up in space and became Star-Lord, now leading adventures throughout the galaxy. Short, sweet, to the point, and there it is. Right side of the packaging, we got some nice artwork. Same artwork is on the left side of the packaging. The spot varnished Watcher logo at the top, legalese at the bottom. T'Challa Star-Lord comes with the head of the Watcher in order to be able to build that figure, and we'll get into that as soon as we make our way through all of the figures in this wave. T'Challa Star-Lord comes with accessories such as this helmet, which is standard issue for Star-Lord. You can see it looks very similar to Peter Quill's helmet. The top is showing the hair. It's got an opening for the hair to be peeking out. The faceplate is trimmed in gold. You see that the eyes, the sockets, the rims are painted in purple, and the eye lenses themselves are red. You've got more gold going down to around where the mouthpiece is, the breathing apparatus, I guess you call it. And other than that, that's basically all the paint apps you get. But yes, he does come. Helmet is kind of nice. T'Challa Star-Lord also comes with the blasters that we all know so well associated with Star-Lord. Only they're in purple, and the muzzles are painted in gold, which is pretty nice. And there's also gold paint there at the rear of the blasters, so that's pretty nice. These are looking pretty sweet. And so here we have T'Challa Star-Lord out of the packaging and vanilla posed for us to see the full visual of him. And oh, he just fell back, but he's still standing, so that's cool. You could see that out of all of the What If figures, this particular one looks the most cartoony, however you want to put it. You can see just how the lankiness as far as the design, but it's still a pretty good looking figure. Let's peep him up close up. Here we have T'Challa Star-Lord up close and personal, and as you can see, once again, it is the face does look it looks accurate to the show, to the episode, but having said that, you can see it does look cartoony, but other than that, it really does look good. The hair is excellent, is truly excellent. I wish I could get my goatee and chin strap connect looking that good. That's why I don't have one right now, because I can't get it looking that good. But the face apps look great. That's pretty cool. You see that his jacket is purple and it's lined in gold. The gold paint apps are looking very nice. You can see on his right side, he's got gold there at the bicep, and I think it's also on here, yeah, but for some reason mine was turned around. So yeah, it's consistent throughout. Other than that, no other paint app, no other paint is there on the jacket. As far as the pants go, move this out of the way. He's got some paint right there at the side of his hips. You can see that 2 circles, they're painted in gold. On the other side, he's got the same thing. Yeah, you got that. That's pretty good. And then going further down, you see that his boots, they're molded in this kind of brown. And when you get to the feet, they're in gray, but the top of the feet, basically the toes, are in this type of brown. It's almost a brass, platinum, something like that, the brown color. And turn it to the back, it extends to the rear, and going back down, there's nothing going on back there at all. So putting him back down, that is our T'Challa Star-Lord. Looking at his articulation, his head is on a dumbbell joint. He can look up that much, down that much. You can get some nice attitude with him. He can definitely do the 360. He could do a 360 at his shoulders. He can get it up to 90. He's got bicep swivel. He's got pinless double jointed elbows. If I can get it to do the other one. Doesn't want to go for me. There it is. Double jointed elbows. You can tell that came out of the package. He's got wrist swivel and horizontal hinge. As far as his ab work goes, he's got a diaphragm. It crunches at the diaphragm. So he goes forward that much, goes back about that much. He has waist articulation. So yeah, so this is actually an ab crunch up there, not diaphragm, but yeah, he's got the waist articulation as far as his hips go. He can move his hips out that far. They can go out 90 degrees forward. A little bit going back, not that much. He's got waist. Listen to me. This is a long video. He's got thigh rotation. He's got double jointed pinless knees. He also has his toe can point that far. It only goes up that far, but that's because of the top of his shoe right there. It's impeding the ability to go up any further. It's bumping into his leg/ankle. Speaking of ankle, he does have ankle pivot holes on the bottom of his feet, and as you can see, the serial number is there on his left foot. Here you've got T'Challa Star-Lord with his helmet on and brandishing his 2 blasters. That purple mixed with the gold is looking pretty smooth. I guess out in space, T'Challa's a Lakers fan. So that is it for the what if figures in this wave. But wait, we are not done. There's still one left. And who would that be? That would be Sylvie from the Disney Plus show Loki. So the lone Disney Plus figure that has nothing to do with the What If show made its appearance in this wave, and yeah, so there we have Sylvie, and as you can see, once again, it is what it is, the standard Marvel Legends packaging. You can clearly see Sylvie in the clamshell along with her accessories in the Build-A-Figure piece. You also see Marvel's Sylvie down at the bottom of the packaging. Looking at the back, you've got a very nice image of Sylvie. It's a very nice image, if I do say so myself. You've got, once again, below, you see the figures required to build the Watcher. And of course, you've got the readout. Laser focused and relentless, Sylvie is the TVA's most formidable villain who has vowed to burn the organization to the ground. Right side, we have more of that Sylvie artwork, as well as the left, more of that Sylvie artwork / photography. At the top, we've got spot varnished Loki logo. Legalese at the bottom. It should be noted that since this is the lone figure not associated with the What If series, this has the Loki series logo on it. Sylvie comes with the Watcher's cape, and this will be the final figure, or rather the final piece to build the Watcher. Sylvie comes with this cape that she was seen having, at least at the beginning of the series. Once she took it off, we never saw her in the cape again. But yeah, we do have it. As you can see, it does have a hood, and there's some paint apps within that. Sylvie also comes with an extra set of hands. These are gripping hands. They're kind of semi-trigger finger hands, but they're pretty clean. They're fingerless gloved, and yeah, pretty cool. And they should be good for her last and final accessory, that being her sword. This is pretty nice. It's molded in this bluish green plastic, looking really sweet there. The hilt has got gold paint apps, and that looks pretty thorough right there. So yep, that's the accessories that Sylvie comes with. And here's Sylvie vanilla posed as she first appeared in the show, and she has that cape, and it goes similar to how Zombie Hunter Spidey, you just put it on her back. There's no pegs. Let's take a closer look at her. So here we have Sylvie close up, and looking at the head sculpt, I think Hasbro did a very nice job capturing the likeness. And yeah, that photo reel is on and cracking right now with that. Looks pretty good. The paint apps are good. The hair is great. You could see it's blonde, and it has the wash in it, the dirty wash in it. It makes it look very nice. The horn, her crown or helmet, whatever you want to call it, with the one broken horn, which is accurate to what we saw in the show. Like I said before about the cape, it's just like Zombie Hunter Spidey. It just drapes over, easy to take off, just like that. And up close, once there are no paint apps on the inside or on the outside for that matter, except for the hood. That's about all you get. I'm going to put her cape back on because I want to show you guys something. She can get just about zero articulation from the shoulders because of the cape. So it's a good thing that she only wore it during her first appearance on the show. So yeah, it is what it is. Now I'm going to take the cape off again so we can see more of the detail of the figure itself. So looking at Sylvie, you can see the line work over there across her shoulders. We're painted in a charcoal grayish green type of mold for the body, and you've got green paints at the straps of her chest piece there. It's got some gold paint in the chest area. You can see there's some spot touches of gold paint along her rib cage, both sides, and down her waist. She's got the belt is a free floating belt, and it has no paint apps on it, which is unfortunate. Her arms, there are no paint apps there. She, as stated before, she's blazing the fingerless gloves, both sides, and One side is a fist, her right hand is a fist, and she's got an open left hand, which I guess you can put on another character for when she's trying to enchant them, which is one of her abilities. Going down, nothing going on with the legs, nothing going on with the boots. The boots are molded in a different color there, but there are no paint apps on the straps or anything like that on the laces. And yeah, that's basically what you're going to get from Sylvie. As far as her articulation goes, she is on a it looks like she's on a she's on a dumbbell as well. She can go down, her head can go down that far, can look up that far because she's blazing a short haircut, so nothing is impeding at all. Oh, and she has, looking at the helmet, she's got some paint apps, gold paint apps there at the side of her helmet / crown, whatever you want to call it. So that's a nice touch of attention to detail. She's got attitude with the head, as you can see. She could do a 360. As far as the shoulders, she can go out about 90 degrees. Can definitely do the 360 degree swivel. She gets the old school female treatment with the single jointed elbow and the swivel there. Her hand, her arm, her wrist is on a vertical hinge, and it swivels. And as far as ab work is concerned, she can crunch forward that far, back that far, pretty decent. She can get you some lean with it, rock with it, back and forth, and she can rotate. You can see right there at the hips that this is the old school female body mold. Yeah, it is what it is. Her hips can go out that far. She can kick that much, go back that much. She has thigh cut. She has pinless double jointed knees, so she gets some new style flavor. Gotta love that. She has boot cuff and toe articulation. She can point her toe that far forward and not really that much going up, but that's because the laces of her shoe is kicking into her ankle there. And she does have ankle pivot and peg holes at the bottom of her feet. Serial numbers right there at the bottom of her left foot. Here's Sylvie with her other set of hands, her C-grip trigger finger hands. And it should be noted that these hands, the wrist articulation is vertical for both. So keep that in mind. Here's Sylvie wielding her sword in the right hand. She could do the same thing with the left. Both hands are identical, just mirrored. So here we are at the end of it. We made our way to the Build-A-Figure, the Watcher, and let me tell you, he comes with a lot of pieces. It's going to be a project to build this guy, but we may as well get started. Anyhow, the head came with T'Challa Star-Lord. The both arms, left and right, came with Captain Carter. Spidey, or I should say Zombie Hunter Spidey, came with the right leg. Doctor Strange Supreme came with the left leg. And Heist Nebula came with the most pieces. We'll call it just the torso. She came with the upper torso, the lower torso, and the skirt piece. And I believe she came with the collar. Did she come with the collar? Anyway, yeah, it is what it is. Sylvie came with the cape / cloak. So that's how it goes down. And yeah, let's try to get old boy built here. I don't know if I can do this on camera, if I should just do it off camera and just come back with the finished product. But I guess we'll see, because there's got to be a certain way how this has to get done. So I'm going to assume that you take the upper torso and this skirt piece and put it in there like that, and then you get the lower torso / hips. Make sure you've got them faced the right way, and shove that up in there. Shove it up in there first, and yeah, that's this is going to be something. Let's see. Okay, we're going to go for it. See if that'll snap into place. Doesn't want to. Pretty difficult. I'm going to try it. And no, she's not going to do it. We're going to take care of this off camera. All right, here we are, up close and personal with Uatu, the Watcher, and the star of the What If series, voiced by one of my favorite actors, Jeffrey Wright, and did a really good job. I loved how, especially as we got closer to the end of the season, how the Watcher was speaking more like how you or I would speak, exhibiting surprise and shock and disbelief and all that type of stuff. It was really good. They humanized him, and I really enjoyed that. But let's talk about the figure. As you can see, the Watcher is a standard with his race, sporting the big bald head, and you see these pupilless eyes looking really nice there. His skin tone is, as you can see what that is, it's not Caucasian, obviously, and it's not black, or it's like it's not even a Latino type of complexion. It's a Watcher complexion. Let's just go with that. So going down, everything is mostly in this blue mold. You've got the chest plate right there, which is in gold, and the bottoms of the upper torso is it's got some gold paint apps on that as well, which is pretty good. His right arm, you see, he's got the sleeve and the hand coming through that. The left arm, no sleeve, but he's sporting a gauntlet, a bracelet. So there you go. And going further down, all he has are bare, as you saw from before, when I was going through the parts, just bare legs and feet. And you can see that when I let you look up his skirt. Nasty devil, you. Anyway, you see how that's going on. Turning him around, he's got nothing really going on in the back. Just that blue. You see that the collar, it pegs in from this big peg right there. You just stick that in, and there you go. And that is Uatu. Now, as far as his articulation goes, his head is on a dumbbell joint. He can look up that far. That's about it. You get that much up. He can look down that much, which is pretty good considering he's taller than everybody else in the wave and over most humanoid figures / characters. He can rotate 360 because he's on that dumbbell joint. He can get the attitude going on, so you gotta love that. As far as his arms, he can get 90 going out, 360 going around. He's got a bicep swivel. He's got double jointed pinless elbow on his left side, on his bare arm. He's got a wrist swivel and a hinge. Since his right arm is different because it's sleeve, we'll go over that articulation. It can go out 90. He can do the 360. He has a single jointed pinless, not pinless, it's just the single jointed old school type of elbow joint where it swivels at the elbow, and his wrist does rotate, and it has the horizontal hinge as well. In terms of his ab crunch, his ab work, that just came off right there. Wow. So that you can see that's just it's an issue right there, but he can go forward about that much. Well, that's hard to tell. Got to pop that back on. I can see that the watch is going to be an issue. So he can go back that much, but you're probably going to pop him off. Don't even worry about getting any type of leg work with this guy. Fortunately, since he is the watcher and all he does is watch, most of the time all he does is stand. I know in the show he actually engaged in combat with Voltron. That's what I call him anyway. But yeah, so that's basically the articulation of our guy, the Watcher. And so to sum all of this up, it's been a long journey, but we are at the end of it. I managed to get through all of the figures in this wave, all 7, as well as the 2 Target exclusives, both the Stealth Captain Carter and the Hydra Stomper, and went through a review, a little mini review each of all of them, culminating into what we have here, the What If, the Disney Plus What If Uatu the Watcher Build-A-Figure wave. And I am very, very happy about this wave. I'm loving the figures. I'm loving the concept. You guys already know what my favorite figure in this batch is. None other than Zombie Cap. The Watcher is great, and considering the way he looks, he could be used either in the MCU for this animated show, or you could even insinuate him into your comic displays. It's going to work because that head speaks Uatu the Watcher no matter what. Doctor Strange Supreme, that cape, the interior of the cape is bananas to me. The T'Challa Star-Lord with his cartoonish looks, which was totally intended. I love that. I love the purple. That came out very nice as well. Overall, it's a very nice wave. I'm not going to go through every nuance about the wave. You know what it is. You saw the wave for all the figures. We're talking about, what is it, 10 figures that I reviewed, and in this one fell swoop. So I hope you guys are still with me after all this time. And I just want to say thank you guys for rocking with me no matter how long you stuck around. If you made it all the way to the end, I truly appreciate you. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and smash that bell so you can be notified when I upload another video. Until the next time, my peeps, remember, the hunt continues, and I am out. Peace.